an awful lot of war, not enough hand-holding, kisses and hugs. Let's turn to that, because scientists believe the answer to the closer relations we have in our own society stretch back millions of years. A new study of chimpanzees and bonobos has found they use physical contact to comfort each other before stressful encounters. The primates were observed cuddling, grooming each other ahead of an expected conflict over food, raising questions about just how much human behaviour is rooted in our animal cousins. Maybe we have something to learn from them. Let's speak to Professor Zanna Clay, who is a primatologist in the psychology department at Durham University. She's also senior author of this study. It's good to see you. Such a fascinating report you've put together. Tell us what you were observing in these two primate colonies and where are they?
Yeah, so we've been doing research in African sanctuaries for great apes in the Democratic Republic of Congo and in Zambia. And we've been studying chimpanzees and bonobos, our closest living relatives, to understand the role that friendly social contact plays in promoting peacefulness, enhancing tolerance, and reducing social stress before stressful events.
Yeah, one of the most surprising elements to this is that chimpanzees, who we love, of course, do have a reputation for aggression, particularly when they're in close contact during these stressful moments. So how do they ease their way into a better relationship?
Yeah, right. So chimpanzees are quite famous in the popular literature, particularly for being kind of aggressive and violent. And bonobos are known to be quite peaceful, and they're both our closest relatives. And actually, what we found was that both bonobos and chimpanzees show very similar levels of friendly social contact before stressful events. So they touch each other, they stroke each other, they kiss each other, they embrace, they hug, they play. And actually, chimpanzees, where the risk is higher, so the aggression risk is high and the outcome risk is high, so they can be pretty awful to each other at times. They actually showed these really special forms of social reassurance where they would put their fingers in each other's mouths, sometimes even grab each other's testicles and genitals and kiss each other's body parts. And we think that's a really important way of displaying trust to help promote cooperation and tolerance.
Yes, I was just going to ask you whether we're tactile enough, but maybe we don't need any of that in the office.
You might see it on a football pitch, though.
Well, yes, the way football has gone, perhaps so. Is there somebody within the group of chimpanzees that initiates this, or is it a group thing?
It's a group thing. We actually know that groups vary on how much they show these behaviours. So groups that are we've been measuring their social tolerance. So tolerant social groups are more likely to show these friendly behaviours. And then they can actually share food better together. They can cooperate better afterwards together. And actually, if you get these authoritarian, quite despotic leaders, then we see much less of this friendly behaviour. So I think there's a will to show these behaviours. But if you get a kind of mean, despotic leader, they just wipe the floor and nobody can actually show any of these behaviours and actually get any food. So it does depend on who's the leader in the group and the climate of the social community.
Millions of years of evolution, but we're not that far apart, are we? Professor Zanna Clay, thank you very much indeed for that.